back to another video with Kind Heart Crochet, and today we are going to go over our Joann's yarn haul. It's a sad day in history. I just made a Instagram reel to kind of explain a little bit about why it meant a lot to me before you guys, my viewers. That's Malachi running around. Joann's meant a lot to me growing up because my mom would always take me and my brothers to shop with her for her fabric once she was doing markets at a point in time growing up too. So we spent a lot of time there every week. So it's kind of sad to see that it's closing down for real this time.
But it was a lot of fun. We got there and there was not much left. She randomly was like, "Hey, we gotta go to Joann's today as soon as you can." And I was like, "Why?" She's like, "Because they're doing the closing sales." So I can go right now if you want. She's like, "Yes." So we immediately just got up, got dressed, and then we started going out. And then when we got there, I want to say probably at the yarn section, about half of the yarn was already gone. So
yeah, maybe even 3/4, because there's typically like a huge Bernat section in the middle. It was all gone.
Yeah.
Big Twist was still in stock, which was nice because we got a lot of brown because I use a lot of brown. But we're gonna go over everything that we got today. We spent
$827.
but that's after the
After
25% off. It was like a little over 1,000.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I have this color here. This is one of my favorite colors. It's like a mint green. I got 3 total. I got a few of the Bernat colors that are the ombre. But this one is called Dappled. And the cool thing with Dappled is that it has like a few specks of the lighter colors, even in the darker colors, to make it look like polka dotted with brightness. This is a really pretty color too. They sell really well at the markets in this bright blue. I got one orange because it was like their last bright orange, and today my goal was to not just get a bunch of yarn, but all the yarn colors that I can't get at Walmart or Michael's, because my Michael's doesn't really carry much. But Michael's and Loops and Threads is starting to step up a lot and introduce different yarns that I actually like, especially in the Bernat type colors or the Bernat type threading that I like. Because I'm starting more and more to turn away from chenille just because it sheds so much. But let's see. I got a couple in this really pretty lavender color and this bright purple, which are going to be really cute for dragons and mushroom tops. And what else? I have a few more of the ombre in this brown. A lot of people like to do the chickens and see how many chickens they can make from it. I was more so thinking for like skin tone and stuff like that, because I don't want to like discriminate at all. I want everyone to feel beautiful, and so when I do a mermaid, I want little girls and little boys to be like, oh, that one kind of looks like me, you know. I have a bunch of this green right here, which is amazing for pickles and alligators and stuff like that. And we stocked up a lot for the year because we have a bunch of markets that we just got into. And one of them is including
Mayfest.
And we're so excited. It's one of the biggest markets here in Oklahoma. Last year there was like an attendance of like 400K. This year it's projecting like around 350 bare minimum. And the biggest market we've done so far has 60,000 people, and we made 4,500. That's us selling out daily. Like I had to keep like making more and more as the day was going. So we definitely probably would have made more like 7 to 8K if I was prepared for that type of audience.
So Mayfest is definitely you guys definitely have to keep tuned for that video, because that's gonna be very
Sick.
very eventful.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know, I'm excited for it, but we definitely just have to be ready. we've been doing a lot of stuff to get ready for the markets. Like we went to Walmart, we bought a bunch of totes, so we start keeping things organized for inventory and stuff. We went through on Amazon the other night, and we bought a bunch of new market stuff online. So we got a bunch of new market stuff. We got a new tent. We got new tent weights. We got some half walls for the canopies.
Yeah.
So we're definitely getting ready for the market stuff, market scene for the rest of the year. So it's very exciting.
Yeah,
very
we will
nice.
have another market video coming up this week, at the end of this week, or no, at the start of next week, because it's a 3-dayer. So it's an Irish festival. So it's gonna be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 7th through the 9th, and it goes all the way to like 9 p.m. So it's gonna be late, and we're super excited for that. It's gonna be good food, a lot of music, a lot of big names from Ireland that are coming over, and everybody's gonna be dancing and drinking and shopping and eating. So everybody's gonna be in a good mood. And then Malachi is no longer at that baby age where he's gonna be good in a bassinet. So now, as parents, we're gonna have to figure out a system that works for him. We have a wagon that my uncle gave us, and so our plan is to keep him in there. We'll see how that goes. He's gonna have his bluey and his snacks, and then every time he gets bored, Sean's gonna walk around. If you want, you could talk a little bit about Ireland and going to something Irish related to celebrate that type of heritage.
I have a decent amount of Irish in me. I don't know how much exactly, but I know that the majority of me is Irish. My mother, very deep in her heritage roots. So going to an Irish fest is a lot of fun. I'm very excited for it because growing up, my mom, everything had to be Irish of some sort because that's just how she was. And so I haven't really been involved in it or celebrated it or anything in that matter since I was a kid. So I'm pretty excited for it to go to this festival, and I kind of get to see a little bit of what I have in me and kind of relive some stuff with my mom. So I'm very excited for it.
Yeah. And then, so that's going to be a great time for you. And then that's going to be good for Malachi too, because Sean's already going to be pretty excited to walk around. And then Malachi is going to be at that age where he wants to walk around. So Malachi will stay busy. And then I should be good. It's projected to have 12 to 15K people there. We are going to be the only crocheters there, which is pretty exciting. While Susan and I were emailing back and forth, she was telling me how they had a crocheter in the past who wasn't the actual crocheter. They were like a retailer, and so they would purchase from Temu and Shein and resell their work for a higher price. And to me, that's just wrong.
We don't do that.
Yeah, it takes so much away from small businesses that actually show up there to be supported locally. And so we're super excited about that. We're going to be the only crochet booth. So that's one of that rarely happens for us. There are so many crocheters that are amazing at their work and their craft. And we split the profit between each other. And sometimes it sucks because they'll put us booth right next to each other. But Oktoberfest, they did that. We were literally right over next to another crocheter, and we still did really good. We still really did really good, but we actually made more because we brought more, and we were able to make more while we were there.
Yeah, definitely stick around for October when we do the Oktoberfest again. Yeah. Because we're going to be doing a lot more prep work. Because that was our first time doing it. We didn't know what to expect, but now that we know what to expect, we're doing a lot more prep work for it. Mm-hmm. And we might do a 10 by 20. We don't know yet. We're still talking about it. But it's going to be a lot more fun, and we're going to be a lot more prepared for it. Yeah. And also, don't get discouraged if you are doing markets and someone else is right next to you, because she sold out. That's how it has nothing to do with how many crocheters are there, because we've done even an upcoming market at the end of the month. We're doing OK Go, which is going to be fun. Yeah. I counted 6 crocheters that said crochet by name when I was going down the list. There could be more that go by a different name, but it's
still going to be a great market, and we are super excited about it. What else?
The OK Go market is gonna be fun. How many vendors are gonna be at Irish Fest?
Irish Fest is like 60 something.
60. OK Go has like 150 ish.
164.
164.
Yeah, from my recollection, from what I've counted.
Yeah.
So, and I'm pretty sure Irish Fest is gonna have like 60 something vendors from what I can remember. It could be more. They could be getting a few last minuters.
Yeah. But it's definitely exciting, especially for the Irish Fest, because we'll be driving around town just running errands. And we'll see billboards and signs up for Irish Fest. So they're definitely doing their work on the marketing department.
Yeah.
So there's definitely gonna be a lot of people there. And it's a really big event. Like they have a lot of stuff planned for it. They have a lot of big names coming out, live music. It's gonna be really cool.
And that's why I like Oklahoma too, because they are very good at supporting local businesses. And everybody has a different respect for it. So, like, in North Carolina, I used to have a lot of people that were like, hey, can I have this for, like, this price? You remember, like, this guy came up and was like, oh, how much is this? And we're like, 30. And he was like, that's a lot. And I was like, what about 20? I was like, what about 15?
Yeah.
What about 5? And that's when I was, like, desperate, just trying to get rid of that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had him for a long time. Plus, North Carolina, dude, it's just not it.
Yeah, the market scene in North Carolina, at least in the Rowling area where we were at, the market scene really wasn't
and it wasn't like we were doing bad events either. They were really good events, and they were charging quite a bit of money that we were expecting to make back. And
it was just really weird because like out here, and where I'm from in California, like these markets would be multiple days, and it would be from the morning to the night. But out there, it would just be a one-day event, and it would be like 4 or 5 hours long.
Yeah.
So it was just really weird. So we didn't really do good there.
Yeah. And then we moved here, and then everybody has a different type of respect, and they don't question you on your prices. There might be a few people that are like, oh, that's expensive, you know, but they walk away. It's not trying to bargain. They're not trying to bargain you for it and take money off your work.
Yeah, they seem to respect the handmade aspect of it a lot more.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, what else?
I don't know if there's anything else.
Oh, don't be embarrassed. Come on. It's a bunch of moms and daughters that watch us. So.
But they definitely seem to respect the handmade aspect a lot because I think a lot of people just expect the copy paste, just commercial manufactured stuff. So when you get something that's handmade, there's actually a lot of work, time, effort. You have to learn a skill and a trade put into it. Then yeah, of course it's going to cost more.
Yeah.
So I noticed that out in North Carolina, they didn't really respect that, but out here, they definitely respect the fact that it's handmade a lot more, and a lot of vendors are handmade vendors. A lot of handmade things are sold out here, so it's definitely a lot more. It's a lot more thought about, and a lot more people are more into the handmade stuff. So it definitely helps on that aspect too, with the mentality behind that.
Yeah, and people out here like to have a good time too. So if you're thinking about doing a market in Oklahoma, and it's worth the investment, if you're traveling, I wouldn't recommend it for like smaller markets, obviously. But if you see like fairs and festivals going on, and you're thinking about traveling, I would recommend Oklahoma for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of really good ones out here. And we've done some markets where there's people that met a couple from Canada that came out from Canada just to sell out here. A lot of people from Texas, from Arkansas, from New Mexico. So there's markets out here that people actually, they travel to come and do. Yeah. And they either come out here and they get a hotel, or out in the parking lot they'll have like a really big, fancy, really nice RV, and they're just chilling out in their RV and just selling their products. And it's really cool. It is really, really cool to see that. So.
And it's a mixing pot over here. Like, I remember selling to another guy, and he was from Australia.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Heavy accent. That's a fun accent. If you're Australian and you're watching this, you have to give us like a speaking dialect tip.
Yeah, there you go.
On like how to sound more like an Aussie and not like a wannabe, you know? Yeah. I find it fun.
Yeah, there you go.
Malachi's spinning and being cute while the music from Bluey's going, and it's adorable. Ooh, say big hug. Wow. Spin, spin.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So we bought about 86 skeins from Joann's today, and it's not the most yarn I bought. Oi, 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 oi. I'm not a bad mom. He tripped, I promise. And it's not the biggest yarn haul I've done. I've actually done that with Michael's through shipping, but this is the biggest yarn haul I have ever done, like going into a store, and it was totally worth it.
There's
and even though the sales, yeah,
three whole shopping carts basically overflowing. You can see it on the Instagram. You can see it in the Instagram reel.
It's a cute video. I love the video.
But it was really cool.
Yeah. I literally cried, like, coming back home because I was like, this sucks, but at the same time, we have, like, so much yarn. So I was, like, happy tears. That we're able to kind of, like, afford the experience of buying a bunch of yarn. But mostly, like, I only have one place to go shopping for yarn from now on. You showing your spins off? Wow. Dance, 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 dance. Oh, yeah. Dizzy. But if you guys have any questions or concerns about, like, markets, you guys are more than welcome to ask away. We're more than happy to help you out and give you our thoughts about it. It won't be perfect because different areas in the States will give you a different profit number for what you're into and what your craft is. And if you're not a crocheter and you like watching us, let us know what your craft is because that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
To know.
And if you're in the Oklahoma, like Tulsa area like we are, say that down below too, and that way we could like support each other's crafts whenever we like go to another event with each other and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That'd be really cool to start building a community, you know?
Yeah, because if you guys are Oklahoma, like in Oklahoma, and you guys are looking for good markets, you can ask me and I'll put a whole list out there. I can do a video just for you guys too, of what good markets are, because we've experienced good, but we've also experienced bad markets. So
our first 6 months living here, it was just markets back to back. Like we do like literally a market every weekend. So we signed up for every single market that was available. So we definitely figured out the bad ones, the good ones, the ones that have potential. And just also while we're doing that, we talked to a lot of other vendors, and that's why we found out about Mayfest. We didn't do Mayfest last year. We weren't here last year in May. But we found out through word of mouth about Mayfest, and it's a really big one and really exciting.
Yeah.
So we definitely have a lot of the insight on that, and it's
because we have other vendors, and they'll give us like flyers. This was the one for Mayfest, and so when I was thinking this year about planning out the whole entire year of all the markets that we know is good, so we don't lose money, and we go where our work is appreciated. I originally was like, okay, we definitely have to do Mayfest, and I had no idea how big of a market it was until we really got accepted. And then I was like, what did I just do?
Yeah.
And I was like, do I need to buy a 10 by 20 now? Like, am I gonna have enough room? So we will see. But I think a 10 by 10 should be enough. We have never experienced somebody stealing. There might be a kid or two that kind of like snags things.
Yeah.
I don't count that as stealing. I count it as stealing when you're like a grown person and you're like, you know what you're doing.
We've had more things disappear.
Yeah.
when we were in North Carolina than we were here.
Yeah.
And we didn't do markets nearly as frequently in North Carolina as we did here. So it's actually kind of cool. I didn't really think of that till now.
Yeah.
But
but
the kids out here, they like to hustle. I will give that to the youth out here.
They're funny.
They like to hustle. They'll straight up be like, I can't afford that, but what can I do to afford it? Or like, and then like we had this one girl, like she just like, okay, and then she ran off and just asked a bunch of random people for money until she had enough.
Yeah, and it was adorable.
Yeah.
And then there was another little girl that came up one time at the booth, and she was like, "Hi, I really like her work," and then they came back when we were doing the November Brahms at an Affair of a Heart, and the grandmother was like, yes, my granddaughter saved up all her money and she wants to purchase a axolotl. And so it was the cutest freaking axolotl that I could make it. I let her choose the eye color and all that jazz, and it's cool. Community is cool out here. So, like I said, if you guys have any questions on where the good markets are at, let us know. We did it during an election year last year, so a lot of the big places we went to, they were like, this is not really how it's supposed to be. They said the election year is always hard, and some of these people do these markets for 10 to 20 plus years. So,
I think my favorite story is when we were in Guthrie, and a bunch of teenagers, they just kept coming up to our booth, and every time they come up, they buy something small. And eventually, near the end of the night, they came up, and they're just like, all right, let's start doing some bundle deals.
Yes.
And they, it's like, what, eight teenagers? And they bought almost every larger item that we had.
Yeah.
And we gave them a pretty good deal, since it was coming to the end of the night, and it was one of the larger items.
Quite a lot from us earlier that day, too. So.
Yeah, so that was really cool to see, and to see, like, the younger kids, like, they're just like, all right, let's, you need to make money, and I got money to spend, but I don't want to spend that much, so let's make something happen. So it was pretty cool to see that. So that was a lot of fun.
It was. But if you guys have any more questions, like we said, put them in the comment section below. And if you guys want a new video, like how to crochet or whatever, put that down there too, like suggestions, and we'll get around to it for sure. But on that note,
do you want to see a video of her trying to teach me how to crochet? Because she wants me to learn. And I've been thinking about it lately so I can help a little more.
If you guys are sensitive to yelling, I would not recommend you guys watch that video. But if he's willing to put his head on a chopping block, I would be more than happy to do that and record it. You're not stupid! Put it in the stitch! Yeah. But on that note, I have to market prep a lot, and he has to help me finish up all the whips, because we got to market in 3 days? 2 days. 3 days.
Today's the 4th, setup's the 7th, so. And it's the night of the 4th. It's like 9:30.
Yeah. So another market video coming up here soon.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. But thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It helps us out a lot, along with watch time and liking and commenting. Any way that you guys can interact with the video, it would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, yeah.
What else?
I don't have anything else. I'm good.
Okie dokie. Well, see you in the next one. Bye.